So I'm here with Howard Charney. Howard is, I would say, a pioneer in Silicon Valley and founder of 3Com Grand Junction Networks.
Correct.
And a BizCamp faculty extraordinaire. So I have asked Howard, and he's just been talking to our students here at Stanford University, and we're going to chat with Howard for just a few minutes about some of the things that are important to Camp BizSmart. Now, Howard, the values at Camp BizSmart include character and courage. And you sort of alluded to, always keeping your promises. If you promise something, keep that. How important is really character to being an entrepreneur and being successful in business?
No one's actually framed that specific question to me, Mike, but let me tell you, you don't go into business with people that you don't trust. You go into business, and with respect to your team members, but also with respect to your customers, with respect to people who put up money. And trust runs between those individuals. People make promises, people keep promises. And so the character part of the equation is sort of not exactly stated, but if I can't rely on you, then guess what? We probably will have a very short-lived relationship. So character, trust, these are all kind of words that go hand in glove, but the people who will succeed are the people who will generate a succession of relationships with others, and with those people will do great things, and they will not do great things unless they trust each other. And that comes from this earned relationship or character or whatever set of words you want to use.
Well, in today's world, we have a lot of publicity about the culture. What's going on Wall Street? People taking advantage of opportunities that are not in the best interest of everybody. And so sometimes we all, and especially our students at Camp BizSmart throughout their careers, will be faced with decisions. You talked about making decisions a little bit. And we talk a little bit about how do you know how to make the right decision in spite of the fact that everybody else is advising you to do something else, maybe not the right thing. So how do you steel yourself to stand up and say, this is what we should do when you know it's right, but you're getting pressure to do something else? Our students face that all the time, not only in camp, but in school and in their peer communities.
So you have to have a process to bring you to what the right answer is. And the process that I would teach people is a situation analysis. So in other words, you need to sit down with a clean piece of paper and you have to ask yourself, what's the problem? And then you have to try to articulate this as unemotionally and as clearly as you can. Then you say, okay, what are the 4 or 5 alternatives that would be behaviors in response to that problem? And try to be, humans tend to discount the alternatives they don't like and put first the ones they do like, but try not to do that. And then under each of the alternatives, write down what the considerations are, the pros and cons. And if you do this with enough thought, what should happen is 1 or 2 alternatives should drop out. In other words, I have a problem, here are the alternatives, here are the considerations, and when 1 or 2 drop out as the right ones, then you sort of have to have the moral fiber and the backbone, I don't know what word you want to use, to say that's the one we're going to do. And sometimes it's not the most obvious, and sometimes it's not the most politically attractive, and sometimes it's the one that doesn't have everyone raising their hand, but if you've done the analysis, it should become more clear.
Great. Yeah, I like that. I think we're all faced by those decisions, and we need a process by which to really think through and get to the best decision.
And the crowd may not know the answer.
Yeah.
The crowd of those people around you telling you, do this, do this.
Right.
Maybe they know, and maybe they don't.
Yeah, but how do you know who knows? So you have to pick out the right person.
So you collect the data, and you write it down, and then you put it up on that wall, and you go, let me think about that. And you might even get someone to help you look at the data, and maybe change it a little bit. But it's never biased. It should always be unbiased and detached, and that's the essence of the situation analysis.
You know, it's exactly right. We teach the kids to ask when they don't know an answer or they're getting facts and do research, ask why 5 times. And that's drilling down to really get to the nub of the process.